We have one more comedian this evening. His name is Selwyn Fisher. He's going to be back January 28th as well for our showcase. Him, Andrew Colas as well, and Chris Sheeran, who may or may not perform tonight. We don't know yet. We'll find out. But give it up for Selwyn, y'all. Sorry, don't want to step on her time.
All right. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, it's a live party out here today, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I can tell. I'm looking out here, the bright lights shining in my face. It's just showing my youth, right? You know, I'm looking at it like recently 2022, like I turned 42. And then all of a sudden Facebook want to do this damn 10-year challenge, and I'm like, what? And so like people out here putting pictures up, you're like, this is me 10 years ago. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not putting that bullshit up. Like, I know what I looked like 10 years ago. Bald! Like, I've been bald for a long time. Like, who wants to deal with that? Like, yeah, you know, people are like, oh, hey, you know you're going bald. What? What happened? What did, you know, like, I would pretend, we're like, really genius? Okay, Captain Obvious. Like, I'm bald, so what? You know, women would tell me, like, getting older, like, you know, you're trying to hatfish somebody. I'm like, my kids got hair. What are you talking about? What's hatfishing to you? Bitch, you wearing a wig, okay? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, and then another reason I don't really put up the 10-year challenge because my teeth were crooked. Like, they were, boy, when I say wrestling for position, like, move over. Like, I want to be first, right? But then I ended up getting Invisalign and I straightened my teeth out. What I didn't know that my Invisalign ended up making me sound gay. Like, I don't know if you know, but can you hear the list? I got a little list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people who got a list, you automatically like, ooh, he gay. Woo! Like, how many dicks did you suck? I know you ain't sucking thumbs, right? You know, like, so I'm like, oh no, man. And I was like, I don't want to down the LGBTQ, UHOV. I don't know all the letters that they put together. Like, I call them the I call them the the lettuce, bacon, tomato community, right? They kind of like took the whole sandwich, and I was like, no, I just wanted the BLT. Right? That was it. Anyway, where was I going? It did, right? I got some weird thoughts. I do. Like, I got another thought. I don't know, how long you guys together? Married? Just dating? Okay, so when you guys started dating, did you ask about numbers? Like, how many have you been with? Right, that's immature, right? This is a younger thing. I've always said this. So now that I'm 42, I tell people, I'm like, hey, look here, man. Oh, why are you asking how many people have she been with? And like, dude, like, well, I don't know if she a hoe or not. I was like, hey, man, hold on. How many jobs you work? I was like, yeah, right? You only put your top 5, right? Well, yeah. I was like, same thing. Okay, just go with the concept. You don't want to know how many they've actually been with. You know, what you want to know is when did they start working, okay? It's key information on that. He was like, oh, so you've been working for a long time. Like, you can subtract all what you've gone through, so you started to win? 14, really? Woo. All right, then. And, you know, your mama would call that girl fast, whatever. I call her a good time, I don't know. Exactly. And you know, when you're dealing with a certain woman, man, I'm glad we're on this. I was just talking about coming up this road. You know, once you get a certain age, you feel certain things, like back pain, but then you also feel disrespected. And I say that because AARP starts sending you shit in your 30s. And you're like, that's not my time. Why are you sending me this right now? This is not for me. And it's like, okay, no, we want you to have this information just in case. And I'm like, no, I don't want to know about a colonoscopy before I get to that age. Why would I need that information? You gonna tell me somebody gonna stick their finger in my butt? And it's like, pretty much, right? And I'm like, no, this happened already. I had to go to urology. I don't know if you panic or not, but if you've ever pissed out blood, sir, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never had my period, but I seen my daughter recently. Yeah, she did. And I was like, woo, comparison. It sends off flames in your head. You're like, wait a minute, this is not supposed to happen to me, right? And so when I called the doctor and I said, hey man, they said, sir, what do you need? I was like, well, something happened. A little different. Sent off an alarm in my head. It was like, what? There was a little red flag, and it was like, what you mean? I was like, well, I went to go urinate, and you try to keep it clean as you want. And I said, I seen a little hemoglobin. Like, what, sir? I was like, I pissed it too hard, right? I thought I squeezed it too hard. I had to go to the bathroom. I was stuck in traffic. I was like, squeeze it, right? Doctor told me, he's like, that's impossible. I was like, look, I know how tight my grip is. Like, anytime I miss my strokes, like I got a smartwatch, right? Anytime you're trying to do your 10,000 steps, if you're missing it, all you gotta do is like boom, boom, boom. And then the counter, it's like, there you go, almost there. Keep going. And it encourages you too. You're like, oh, goal achieved. And I'm like, yes. So, all right, do this. So, went to the doctor, told him, I was like, hey man, got super grip, okay? I'm almost like a superhero. You see the jacket, I'm G.I. Joe. I was in the military, okay? Doesn't matter which branch, why you asking? They always say the chair force. I'm like, whatever. So, yeah, I was in the Air Force, just want to let you know. Yeah, when I joined the military, a little Auburn right here, I knew I was going to go in not to the Marine Corps because I tried to join and I was like, yeah, I actually wanted to go. I was encouraged. My mom was in there and my dad was in there. And I went there and the recruiter said, hey man, if you don't join here, you ain't gonna be shit. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm not gonna join here because nobody gonna talk to me like that, no way. So I went down the street and I talked to the Navy and I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you can join, we'll go all over the world, you join on the ship and it'll be plenty of men. And I was like, whoa, what? What'd you say? And he was like, yeah, when you join, and I was like, wait a minute, I started adding up shit in my head and I was like, my last name's Fisher. What y'all call y'all like low ranking? It's Seaman. And I was like, my name is not gonna be Seaman Fisher. You will not know me by Seaman Fisher. That's because the dude next to me is catcher. I'm like, hey, not me. We not playing that, all right? Yeah. So, you know, got a little off track. What was I going with that last? Yeah, anyway, it's a beautiful time. I love doing comedy. I've been doing it for probably 4 years now, right? Started in 2007 and took a long break because of the military. But when I first started, I was going by the stage name of Capital Excel, and then I was like, oh, you know what, just cut it down to Excel. I said, that sounds good. So I did my first stage presence down in Maryland, and I got on stage and I got off, and a comedian ran up to me and said, hey, what'd you say your name was? I said, Excel. He's like the spreadsheet? I said, whoa! No, he's like, I'm just saying, because it kind of sounds like it, and I'm like, hey, I don't work for Microsoft, and that's not where I'm going with it. Like, I thought it was like Malcolm X, but I was trying to cross out some stuff. Now you done made me rearrange my whole name. And he told me, he's like, look here, this is the best advice he's ever given me. He was like, his name was Sonny. He said, look, go by your original name. He was like, go by your name. He was like, it was a God-given name, right? Your parents gave it to you for a reason. He was like, think about all the greats, Richard Pryor, Ed Murphy, Martin Lawrence. And I was like, man, you're right. He said, what's your name mean? I said, Selwyn? I was like, oh, it means a palace spring. He said, oh, really? I said, but I grew up in an apartment. Anyway, man, my name is Selwyn Fisher, and that's my time.
Yeah, give it up for Selwyn Fisher, y'all. That is it for the show this evening. January 28th is our